I went to church and it was very amazing. I really loved it. It was informative and I was able to pray over some things. As you can tell, I was able to take off my heart monitor, and hopefully I will not have to do the longer one. It did show that I have a murmur. So the question right now is what kind of murmur that is. Um, so going forward, hopefully back about quickly in the next couple of weeks. So I am going to, I guess, pop the balloon on a surprise that I have going on. So, um, I'm not sure who all knows this, but first off, I am going back to college for two bachelor's degrees, one in graphic design and one in Christian ministries. Hoping to be able to be a marriage counselor for the church or a church. Hopefully, my church. I really love my church, so that would be amazing. Um, and I have been working on several different projects for the Bear Cave Company. We've actually had some recent orders, which I'm pretty excited about. And thank you guys for your orders. It means a lot to me. On top of that, I am branding myself with Um, I'm gonna basically just embrace my cancer journey and go from there. I've been praying a lot about my cancer and everything going on, and I understand that my leukemia is never really gonna go away. So instead of kind of hiding behind shields and, trying to pretend like it's not really a thing, or I'll be okay in a couple of weeks or something like that, I'm just going to really embrace it. And I'm hoping to bring more light and shed some more, I guess, light on the whole involved cancer community, not just breast cancer. I'm not, I do not have breast cancer. I have leukemia, I had thyroid cancer, I have stomach cancer, I've had it in my esophagus and a few other places. And, we'll kind of go over that stuff a little bit later. I don't want to go over that really too much right now. But that being said, you'll notice on my Facebook and most of my other social media that I've begun, that I have a bald woman. So that is actually a picture interpretation that was drawn for me, of me, bald, which I am. I am bald, so. Um, so that was pretty exciting for me to have done, and be able to start branding myself with that logo, because I want people that are going through the same journey and experiences that I am, to embrace the good in life and the happiness that they do have and the blessings that they do have. I want them to be able to pray on everything going on in their journey and their life. And most of all, I want them to know they're not alone, and you can still be beautiful and have cancer, and you can still, have a good life and do things. I mean, maybe it's going to be a little bit slower than everybody else, but you still going to do them. I mean, there's days where I wake up and I can't even leave bed because I'm so weak. And then there's days where I feel like I could walk a mile. I don't. I wish I could. But, I'm getting there. And, it takes a lot because I have to use the walker and the cane and stuff like that to get around. But my family's very involved and they're very hopeful, and my church is very involved and they're very helpful, and it helps emotionally with a lot of what's going on. And so I really think that I've got brands that I do modeling for and stuff like that, and I've always tried to kind of keep that secret because I don't want it to be affected by my cancer. I don't want people to be like, oh, how is she doing that while she has cancer? Listen, anybody can take a picture with a necklace on, okay? Anybody can tag a million things on that picture with a necklace because it's important, that people who are struggling and going through a lot still be able to feel beautiful and feel important and feel needed and loved. And I really think that being able to do things like take the photos or, do my makeup tutorials or things of that sort, play video games with people, read books, build Legos. I think all that is pretty important to be able to do. On top of, I have a family and I'm going to college again and everything else. And, I think people take for granted the things that they do have going on in life. And they think, oh, well, I can't because I'm sick. And the fact is, you know what? It is hard because you're sick. It is very hard, but you can. You just have to go a little bit slower. So I have this amazing pad here, right here with me. I'm going to show you guys. It says my adulting to-do list. And this is like my important things that have to happen throughout the day, So I never fill out the tasks fully. I only ever put 3 down. The checklist is pretty simple. It's like, showered, took vitamins, wore pants, matched socks, got off the couch, ate a vegetable, didn't set anything on fire, and did not have cereal for dinner, which, I think are all funny and cute. It lists appointments, and then it says people to contact reluctantly. Let's face it, it is exhausting being sick and calling a million doctors, so, reluctantly. Errands I can't ignore anymore. Sometimes you have to go to the store and you put it off for a week. And then it's got my hydration on there, and it says today I adulted like a boss, a grown-up, an imposter, an adolescent, a rugrat. And I mean, it was cheap on Amazon. It's like $10 for 6 of them. Super cute little pad. I can link it for anybody that is curious about grabbing it. For me, it helps. I don't fill one out every day. I only fill one out on the days that I'm doing stuff. I've rambled on a lot, you guys. That wasn't my intent. Anyway, I am praying for every single one of you that you have an amazing week. And we have some stuff coming up at church, so I'll be talking about that and posting about that because it would be amazing to have some people come join us. I love you guys. I hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you tomorrow.